Welcome to qualifying in the Republic of Azerbaijan. The teams are making their last-minute adjustments before the lights go green, and the fight for pole position can get underway. With the weather as it is today, Anthony Davidson, we have, to some extent, to throw the form book out of the window. Who do you see having the advantage on this slippery, unpredictable track surface?
The trouble is, Crofty, they need to be thinking about the race tomorrow. You don't want to go jacking up the ride heights and piling on a few points of extra downforce that you're not going to want in the Grand Prix itself. The Parc Fermé regulations mean that you have to make that choice. The best thing the drivers can do is adapt with the tools they have available in the cockpit. Moving the brake bias forward will help stop the rear end slipping out under braking, and opening up the differential can really help tame the oversteer on corner exit. The drivers that can make best use of these techniques will have the best chance for success here today.
Be careful with the front wing, you've taken some minor damage.
Come on, I know you can do better than that. You've left yourself with a lot of work to do in the race. We still need to get a good result out of this. Winning rivalries is a great way to earn respect from your team and around the paddock, which will help make it easier to negotiate favourable contracts. Your first rival is always your teammate.
Good afternoon and welcome to Baku. This was the arena, if you think back to 2017, of one of the most eventful races of modern history, with controversy behind the safety car, last-second overtakes, and a historic podium for Williams and for Lance Stroll. So let's find out what lies in store for us this year. It's time for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Baku City Circuit then, an unpredictable 3.7-mile track around the streets of the Azerbaijan capital. 20 turns for our drivers to navigate today, including the infamous Turn 8, one of the tightest and most challenging corners of the season. Anthony Davidson, a very warm welcome to you as you join me in the commentary box for today's event. Let's talk about De Vries. They're starting towards the back of the field today in a car that is fast, so they'll be disappointed, won't they?
It's not a nice feeling, I promise you. They've got a quick car underneath them, but they've got onto the grid today and they need a pair of binoculars to see the start lights. They'll be desperate for a good start to make up for some of that deficit.
With the race minutes away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, and it's Charles Leclerc in P2. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Perez, Vettel, Alexander Albon, and Hülkenberg, Raikkonen, Verstappen, Gasly, and Carlos Sainz. Magnussen, Ricciardo, Lando Norris, and Kvyat, Grosjean, Stroll, George Russell, and Antonio Giovinazzi, Kubica, and De Vries. And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
Let's get the car up to temperature on this lap. We're learning the gears, so go through them all if you can. Nice start. Somewhere on the ICE, be aware that we will start to see a loss of power. We're not going to be able to run in this engine mode much longer. We're about a lap over target. Drop down to mix too soon. Nice work, that brings you up a place. is 2.9 seconds. Approaching the pit window, you'll be on the hards. Go, go, go. Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross over into the track. You're in the top 10 now. Keep it up. Odds. Gap ahead is 3.3 seconds. We've lost one of the gears. The transmission is significantly damaged. We're down a gear. Lewis is putting in some really quick lap times. He's the fastest man on the track at the moment. Thank you for all your hard work out there. That was a strong drive and a good finish. Well done.
That's it for another Grand Prix and a fantastic win for Mercedes. Anthony Davidson, what helped them deliver this result, do you think?
Well, they certainly stood out as a driver with tons of confidence on the track. I think their ability to keep their cool, even during some of the more hectic parts of the race, meant they were able to capitalise on the mistakes of other drivers, giving them the opportunity to make their way to the top spot with ease.
Mercedes are on top form once again after an excellent race weekend. It's great to see them up on that podium once again. Let's see what effects this result has had on the drivers' standings. It's a great result for Lewis Hamilton, who moves further ahead at the top of the table. Some amazing talent out on the track today, but Anthony, who would you pick as your driver of the day?
I have to give to De Vries. They did a great job at getting the most out of their tyres without losing pace, something that's a very handy skill to have in modern-day Formula One.
It's time to see how things are shaping up in the Constructors' Championship. Mercedes continue to extend their lead. Meanwhile, Renault move up the table with another strong performance this weekend. Well, that was certainly an incredible weekend of racing. Be sure...
Good day today. Let's have your take on it. You gained a lot of positions during the race, didn't you? That was an epic battle today. How do you think this will play out? Do you think you were lucky not to end your race with that crash? Great. Well, that's everything.
It's time for us to renegotiate your contract. Here you can see the current deal. Once negotiations begin, the team will make you an offer. You can accept if you like, but I strongly suggest we push for better terms. They didn't like those terms. Let's try again. We're asking for too much here. We need to make some compromises. All right, the terms have been agreed. All that's left is to sign the paperwork. You'll be on this new deal from the next race weekend.